We need to tell what this is. It's a 2013 RTV 400 Kubota.
And we're gonna jump start it from scratch because we don't have a key. All right, so let's talk about what supplies we'll need for this job.
Okay, we need 6 feet of number 16 wiring.
All right, put that on the seat here. Show that.
Okay.
All right.
We need a pair of wire strippers.
All right.
And basically that's all we need.
You don't need a multimeter?
Well, we already know what to tell them.
Okay.
Well, we may need a multimeter if you want to be sure.
All right, yeah, we'll say take the multimeter.
Okay.
All right.
That's all we need to jump start and use our Kubota, because we don't have a key and in emergency we need this machine. Okay. First thing we do is that we take the switch apart so that we can internally match up the wires and jump them, so to speak. All right, so we're going to take this lock off of the switch.
And it just rotates right off.
And then we're going to reach up underneath the dash and we're going to pull out the modular switch. Okay? And if you will observe, this is your plug here with your wires. We're going to just pull it apart, push down on the little plastic holder, and we got it apart. Now if we look in here, we've already done...
You've already figured out which wires,
well, we've
which
done
you
this
labeled
ahead
them.
of time, right?
Yeah.
But if you know, they're numbered in there. There's 5 contacts here, and we do know now which 2 we need to jump. One runs the hour meter, which we don't really care, and one does something else. But the 2 that we're concerned, and one is a ground. Okay, the 2 that we're concerned with though is the top right pin, which runs the electronic fuel pump and the sensors in order to start the motor. That has to be on or engaged before this machine will start. The second thing we have to do is get the starter going to actually start the machine. By elimination, we know that this middle pin goes to the starter, so that has to be activated also once we get the fuel pump going. Okay, now we're just going to set this down. We don't need it now, and we're looking here at our modular plug. We're looking at the same 2 matching contacts, the top right and the middle. The top right goes to our fuel pump system and our lights for running the machine, and the middle one goes to the starter. Now the way we're going to do this is real simple. We're going to cut 6 feet of wire and strip it, and we're going to wrap it around the positive post on the battery. Raise the seat up, and I've already done that to save a little time. I just wrapped it around there tightly so it would engage. Okay, that's all you need to do. I just hand wrapped it with my finger. Then now we've got power that we can jump with. The next thing is, since I have to keep the fuel injection system and the safety lighting for the motor going, we have a double jump here. One, I just took a short piece of wire, stripped it, and wired it back in. One is to start the fuel pump, which will have to stay engaged the whole time. This wire will jump the middle plug only to engage the starter. Once the machine is started, it's very important that we remove the starter wire once the machine starts, so that the starter won't continue to try to run and it will damage and burn it up. So in order to start this process, it's real simple. We check our machine, everything's set where it's supposed to be. We're going to, first of all, it's important you engage the wire into the gauges and the fuel pump. If you'll look up here on the dash, your lights will come on and your fuel pump will start. Okay? And then the next engagement will be, all right, you want to, the next engagement will actually be the starter wire. we keep losing contact here. We actually can slide a pin in there and make a real wire connection there, okay? Right, we're ready to engage your starter. Once it starts, you remove the starter jumper wire and you leave the one that's running the fuel pump system in place. And we can put a little bit of tape around that to hold it. Now, when you want to stop the machine, you're ready to go. It works just like it normally would. But when you want to, if you want to cut the machine off, you just pull it out. That cuts off the fuel pump. And you can start the process over again to start the machine. Then when you find your key or get a key, you can just put the modular, plug it back in place, stick it up in the hole here, and put it back on, put your key in, and you're just like new. Of course, don't forget to remove your jumper off of your battery so it won't short out. That's the way and how easy it is to start a Kubota RTV 400 when you've lost your key. It takes about 5 minutes to do this and to rig it to go. Good luck.